Good morning from Riki Raceway in Rimouski, Quebec, Canada, as we continue our race weekend and determine who will make it into the main event races for the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series and the PCSRA Buffalo Wild Wings Series. The trucks are up first. It was a very fun race we had last night in the Monster Energy Series, which our clash went caution-free. Will that be the case here this weekend? We will have to wait and see. There are 51 non-chartered entries, rather. They're here to compete for the top 4 spots. 47 of them in trucks will go home. 38 will go home in Buffalo Wild Wings Series when we determine the 4 drivers that would make the field in that race. So, yes. So, let's go through the field. We have Danny Rand on the pole in the Interstate Batteries 06. Alongside of Bella Santiago. Then we have June Bailey in the 44 and Jarrett Clark in the 41. Emily Green and Zachary Taylor in the next row. We got Russell Furley and Quincy Jones, Nina Cambridge and Jeff Carter, Desiree Voiles and Lainey Fredrickson, Darian Stout and Matt Smith, Tyler Thomas, Noah Platts, Landon Ching, Holly Wilkins, Felipe Winterbottom, Tony Lopez, Brendan Chilton, and Hilda DeYoung. Carmen Alejandra driving the 26th this week, and Joe Preston the 61. Then running out the field is Wade Johnson and Shane Lake. So let's get these trucks going, Group 1. Because I cannot fit all these trucks in here. We're using a different Riki Raceway because if you didn't tune into last night's race in the Monster Energy clash, we had the barriers there, and now they're gone for the day version. Of course, Reese's was changed to Monster Energy at the last second, so hopefully you guys are still looking forward to the respective series for that. We also have most of these drivers are either in the Monster Energy Series or in other series that they're racing, like Buffalo Wild Wings. That will be coming up after these 2 races are finished. I will put a timestamp down in the description so you know what race is what as far as the Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series is concerned. And of course, the sun is shining here here in Riki Raceway on a beautiful morning. 63 degrees, clear skies. These trucks will not need to make a pit stop because they can go 44 laps. So fuel is not going to be an issue. It's just trying to make your move going to be the key. Here we go. We haven't done the truck series in quite some time, as I'm going to lower the sound volume. Here we go, the return of the truck series. The non-charter race number 1 is green. Let's go racing, y'all. We're going to see how this day version will play out as far as the truck series are concerned, because we saw these drivers keep it clean and green in last night's Reese's Clash that you saw right here on this channel. And these truck series drivers learn a thing or two. And these trucks are now spread out. June Bailey currently in second right behind Danny Rand. Danny is in the Monster Energy Series as he'll lead the first lap. Didn't expect this to be a spread out event. Expected all these trucks to be right together, but I was probably wrong. Bella Santiago will now take the second position here. We saw in last night's race, we had a bunch of lead changes in last night's Reese's Clash. And of course, they were running 40 laps and they didn't have to pit. So these trucks on the truck physics, they're going to have their work cut out. As Danny Rant continues to lead, as he's been holding on the lead ever since the start of this race. Nobody's been getting underneath him. It's been the battle for the second position. Bella Santiago going to free fall. June Bailey in the Hot Wheels 44. Throwback to Kyle Petty. Going to be in second. Who's that going the inside? That's Quincy Jones trying to go underneath Jarrett Clark. Meanwhile, Danny Rand currently leads. Let's check the back of the field. Brendan Chilton is in danger of losing the draft. Same with Carmen Alejandro. Shane Lake's back here with Joe Preston. Wade Johnson as well back here. Hilda DeYoung. Forgot to put a rookie deal on Hilda, so I do apologize. Matt Smith not doing good back here. Neither is Holly Wilkins. We'll see Holly Wilkins in the Monster Energy Series. Noah Platts. There's Laney Fredrickson. That's Noah Platts right there in the 43. Desiree Voiles and Landon Ching. Voiles in the Foster Series. Tyler Thomas. There's Felipe Winterbottom. Emily Green, sister to Jay Green. Russell Furling making his return to the Truck Series. Got reinstated, so there you go. Tony Lopez, Darian Stout. Nina Cambridge. Zachary Taylor's moving up here towards the front. Quincy Jones going to lose a spot to Jared Clark. June Bailey getting around the 48. Danny Rant, surprisingly, he's been holding on to the draft as far as the lead is concerned. I don't know. Nobody's really not seemingly trying to get underneath the Interstate Batteries Silverado. And of course, I will continue to practice these names because some of these drivers are either brand new or I've never seen them in a series before unless they took part in 2016. Like Tyler Thomas took part in 2016, but he was driving the number 4 truck that's currently occupied by Emily Green. And I'm starting to wonder, when these trucks get ready to go racing under the lights, is the racing going to be a lot different? Because right here in the daytime, the racing is a lot different in day versus night. And that's something that, these Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers are going to have to find out, as I had to move the chair. I'm sorry about that, y'all. And that's something we're going to have to learn going through the rest of Speed Weeks. But nobody has even made a move on Danny, surprisingly. Danny Rant in the 06. So we're now on lap number 7 of 20. It's been gorgeous weather we've had here. We had some good weather in last night's race in the Monster Energy Series. We are having some good weather here for Truck Series. For these trucks, it's been a very long time since we've raced a Truck Series on this channel. I cannot think off the top of my head the last time we did a truck race. But I know we're going to do the full schedule for the Truck Series. Bella Santiago finished in the bottom 5 in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series last season. Will now trying to get herself a full-time ride in the Truck Series, driving the Lowe's Chevrolet, the Jimmy Johnson truck. Some of these trucks I've downloaded are either like fictional trucks or trucks that have been like throwback to like Hendrick Motorsports and all that, just like what we used to see in the old Truck Series mods like the CTS 09, who had like Joe Gibbs Racing and all that. I'm surprised they haven't even made a move on Danny Rant, to be quite honest with you, which I'm a little surprised. So that's going to be something we'll have to keep an eye on during the course of this race weekend. Is anyone even going to make a move on the leader? Because Danny has had the lead now for 9 straight laps, as he's put lap number 10 on the board. We'll be halfway through this race. Brendan Chilton has lost the draft. So has Carmen Alejandro and Joe Preston. Those three will definitely not make the show. Neither will Matt Smith and Noah Platts because they're about to lose the draft. I was not expecting these trucks to go single file. I expected them to be right there close to one another, but I didn't expect them to go single file. 21 trucks, like, going to be an issue towards the end of this race. Wait till we have a not non-charter, excuse me, the main event race where things could get really interesting. A lot of trucks just lost the pack. Could be in for a interesting truck race. There you see that inside line just right there. They're going to have to find a way to get Danny Rant pushed up the track. We have 9 laps of racing to go in this first race. Danny Rant still continuing to lead. If he holds on to steal, not only will he lead every lap, but he will transfer into the truck race you'll see on Friday night. Which is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I should say. Looking forward to the truck race tomorrow night. It will be the Canadian 250, which we will go 100 laps around this fun little track. This track kind of reminds you like Daytona in a certain way. Of course, we're going to run 100 laps and now be under the lights, as I said. And we'll have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, their first ever trip. In fact, here's the thing. Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series have never raced here at Riki Raceway. Only the Monster Energy Series drivers have. But they've never had Riki Raceway as the season opener until now. I'm surprised that the 44 and the 48 are too busy battling for the transfer spot. They're just allowing Danny Rant to just possibly put himself into the win column, as they're going to be really close to catching that 21. There he is off turn 2. Here come the leaders off turn 2. It's like the 06 is just controlling the draft, and he's not being phased about it. You know, I think Danny's going to be a little surprised because they thought, okay, Danny's going to probably get caught and get passed by the 44 and the 48. That's not been the case in this race so far, which is a little bit daunting if you ask me. Like I said, they're going to be catching Chilton before this race, and he could be a factor of who makes the race and who's going home. Or in Danny Rant's case, he will have to wait because he's going to get ready. Once he's done with this race, he has to get over to the Monster Energy Garage, get ready for tonight's duels, which you'll see that right here on the PCSRA Radio Network. We'll be live at 7:30 Eastern Time. And Danny's getting held up by the 21. And here comes the 44. Danny Rant could possibly get a U Blue it as far as that's concerned, because June Bailey, has taken the race lead. And Danny's going to get kicked big time. Didn't expect traffic to come into play towards the end of this race, but it did. Look who else jumped up there in the second spot. That's the 52 truck. That's Quincy Jones. Danny Rand's going to definitely get it. You blew it in the first race of this series as we got 3 laps to go. But we got 2 more lap cars up ahead, and they could play a factor as well. Oh boy, I didn't expect that this race weekend. We didn't have that happen last night. That's shocking. So Danny Rand, who led the most laps so far in this non-charter race, he's going to be probably one of the drivers who will unfortunately have to go home, or in this case, have to head over to the Monster Energy Series garage, rather. Felipe Winterbottom has now taken the final transfer spot with 2 laps of racing to go, but not for long. Here comes Jarrett Clark. Of course, there's no bonus points as far as this race is concerned, as far as these non-charter races are concerned. So there you go. But here's the thing. We still got another non-charter race to go in the truck series. Then we get ready for the Buffalo Wild Wings series non-charter race. Yeah, we're going to be coming to lap traffic, and we're going to be coming to the white flag. One more time, there's the 26 and the 61. Here come the leaders. This could be interesting. Who's going to make this race and who's going to be going home? Danny Ranch trying to make sure to have a shot to make this race. As we're down the back straightaway for the final time in race number 1. Here comes the 48. 48 and 44 going to go side by side. But here comes lap traffic. This is going to play a factor. Who's going to make this race? Bella Santiago is going to clear him. And Bella Santiago is going to make the main event for the Truck Series tomorrow night along with June Bailey. How about that? Oh, man. Danny Rand's going to be like, man, I had this race won and lap traffic kind of screwed me over. So Bella Santiago and June Bailey. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here real quickly. 48. All right. Sorry if the game froze. I had to write that down. And the standings are now official. So, Bella Santiago and June Bailey, 2 female drivers, transfer into the main event for the non-charter race for the Truck Series. Unfortunately, the drivers who will have to go home, or in some people's cases, will be in other racing series later this weekend. Drivers who DNQ'd are Jarrett Clark, Danny Rant, who will be heading over to the Monster Energy Series garage right now to get ready for his dual race tonight. Quincy Jones, Zachary Taylor. Taylor is going to be in the Foster Series race in a few days' time. Tony Lopez, Felipe Winterbaum, Landon Ching, Emily Green, Russell Furling, Tyler Thomas, Wade Johnson, Shane Lake, Nina Cambridge, Lainey Fredrickson, Desiree Voiles, Jeff Carter, Darian Strout, Holly Wilkins, Hilda DeYoung, Noah Platts, Matt Smith, Joe Preston, Carmen Alejandro, and Brendan Chilton. 2 drivers finished off the lead lap. So that is it for the first race. We're going to go ahead and get to the second race, as you don't need to see that. The victory deal. And now we're getting ready, I will say 1930 is when I'm going to have this. 1930. So this will be race number 2 for the Truck Series. Shut up, official. I'm talking, not you. You dumbass official. All right, so we got now group number 2 ready to go. As we'll have, we're going to have the 72. That is Dave Cox on the pole until I find a new driver for that. That's how it will be. All right, let me go ahead and accelerate. Dave Cox is only attempting this race, if you ask me. So anyway, let's go over the grid. We have David Cox in the 72, Jay Green in the 009, or 090, the 099, 051, Wayne Lopez, Stephanie Driscoll in the 97, Annie Thomas 63, Jake Putnam in the 086. Let me make sure I have this right here. James Orman, that's Nathan Orman's little brother. Carter Howland, Chase Brooks, Nick Martin, William Davis, Daniel Witter, William Johnson, Megan Knight, Ashton Wright, making her truck debut if she makes the race. Caleb Holman, I don't have a driver for the 75 until then. It'll be Caleb Holman. Paul Michaels, Greg Rutz, Aline Burnett, Veronica Platts, Ann Santiago, Ashton Ingersoll, Sam Davis, Ben Kalikowak, and David Heller rounds out your truck field. Let's get these trucks going. I'll find a driver for the 72 later on today, or later, or before tomorrow, before the truck races and all that. So, yep. As here they come off pit road. Of course, this pit lane is a lot interesting. I would not be surprised if it's going to end like this, so yeah. I don't like fixing ratings and shit like that. So who will join the 48 and the 44 of June Bailey and Belle Santiago? That's who I was thinking of. Then we'll have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Get ready for their showdown, for their non-charter race. Of course, their race will take part on Saturday. They'll get ready to run their race. Because once we find out who will be the 42 drivers making it into the main event for the Monster Energy Series. Or actually, no, I believe they're running divisions. I think they are. Yeah, they are. So they're running divisions. So we are not going to have duels. We will find out who makes this race. Green flag's out. We're racing for the Truck Series. Non-charter race number 2. Because I forgot Monster Energy Series is still running divisions. So after this, we will get ready for our points paying races for all 3 series. And just like the first one, no surprise, Dave Cox is going to pull out to the lead. Of course, Dave Cox driving the 72, because I don't have a driver in that ride for right now. Annie Thomas in the 63. I forgot Stephanie Driscoll already has a spot in the non-charter. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide here. We have not had a yellow so far this weekend. Top 3 are pulling away. Wayne Lopez right on the gearbox of Jay Green, and like the first one. And there's Annie Thomas, 2015 Monster Energy Series champion. If she doesn't make this race, she will head back to the Monster Energy Series garage area. Get ready to go, get ready for their race. That will be in several days' time, so there you go. Jay Green holds the final transfer spot, but like what we saw in our first race, where we had drivers lose the draft, lap traffic came into play, and it really played a huge factor in this event. Wayne Lopez has never raced here in this series. Sorry, that popped my shoulder. Top three have broken away from that pack. Really, literally pulled away. Not sure what happened to this pack. But if somebody loses the draft in this group, that really could come into play. Yeah, they just pulled away from the pack. I don't know why. If they have ratings, then these three would be disqualified, and would put these, and then this would be the battle who makes it in. So I don't know why this pack is, why these three have pulled away. I mean, I'll have to look after the race. If those three have ratings, then they will be disqualified and will have to go home, and that would put the next two drivers in. So there's going to be an investigation on who would be the final two drivers to make the race. Because these drivers are closer to one another. If those three trucks I documented get disqualified, this is the battle to see who would get in. Which would be David Heller and William Johnson, if these three have ratings. If that's the case, then these three who are leading, unfortunately, would be disqualified and would have to go home. I will check after the race. So don't say it's official, because I'll put the numbers down there and then we'll determine who will be going home. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if these three have ratings. I'll write the numbers down and then have them ready to go. Because I don't understand why they have a 5-second lead unless they have ratings. If they have ratings, then right now the two drivers that would make it in are Greg Rutz and looks like Ashton Wright.
Part of his drinking and was that for homeboy DJ.
So those two drivers would be in. Apologize for the language. It's like the 2G. Ooh, they're going to go 3 wide nearly. That was really close. Ooh, Greg Retz nearly shut the door on Sam Davis. That could have been a wreck. Surprisingly, they kept it together. Now, these two are going side by side. That's not going to do them any favors. They go side by side. That's going to allow that main pack to catch right up to these three. I mean, the reason they're staying right up there is they're in the draft of the leaders. I will probably put my phone down after this race to see if they do have ratings. And these three trucks right here. Because if that is indeed the case, this is the battle to see who would make it in, because right now, I don't understand, like I said, why they have a huge lead unless they have ratings. So unfortunately, these three drivers, as things stand, even though they are battling to make it into the top two, there's still a good chance they would be disqualified. And then it would be these drivers battling out for these two spots. There's Veronica Platz for driving for Daniel Voiles Racing, who's in the Diva Series, driving the number 15 Napa Auto Parts Chevy in that series. So I pull up my motorsports calendar right here in the booth. So tomorrow is the season opener for the return of the PCSRA Coca-Cola Truck Series, the Canadian 250. We will have that. We'll have airtime at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be under the lights, boys and girls.
Excuse me.
Nice motivational belch.
Thank you.
So that would mean 42 truckers ready to determine who is going to lock themselves a spot into the playoffs. This year, we're going to have 10 playoff cars instead of 8. So you can cut attention with a knife. And the rules are going to be the same as always. You got to be in the top 30 in the point standings in the truck series to get that victory count towards a spot in the playoffs. Now, there's going to be some drivers that you won't see in that race, like April Winters, because of the fact she's not 18 years old. Jake Putnam and James Orman would be possibly in if because I will have that, and I'll just go over the D&Qers. So I'll put a note off to the side, but you'll see the results, and then you'll find out who gets confirmed and all that. So, because remember, we have post-race inspection coming up for the Truck Series drivers. Just confirmed 48 and 44 have passed tech, so they are currently confirmed into the show. Congratulations to the two ladies. Right now, Jake Putnam and William Johnson, if things stay where they are at, they would make the show because these three might be disqualified. And we have one more non-charter race to do. That would be the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. And new for Buffalo Wild Wings Series for 2023, they are on a new mod, the NASCAR Xfinity Series 20 mod, which I'll explain that mod when we get to their race coming up, after we find out what's going on in tech with these three trucks. And I will check the ratings because I'm going to put my phone down and check the ratings because we'll have post-race inspection. Then we'll have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series non-charter race coming up. Caleb Holman, the 75, back here. Boy, they're 3 wide right there. Wayne Lopez, David Cox, and Jay Green. If they are determined to have ratings, then the 87 and 93 would make the show. The 72, the 099, and the 051. Unfortunately, despite finishing in the top 3 and being in a transfer spot, they would unfortunately have to load up and go home. We're going to check post-race inspection. 3 to go. And Santiago's not going to make the race. All these drivers back here in this pack Unless the 3 drivers ahead that get disqualified, because I'm going to check post-race inspection as far as the ratings are concerned. Here's a shocker here. Ashton Wright, if those 3 trucks get disqualified, would make the show. Shocker there. Two to go. Somebody was scraping the wall there. Don't know who that was. We're going to come to the white flag. Check back here with this group. Currently Ashton Wright in the 85, or now was the 85, now the 082 would be in. White flag coming out one more time. There's the white. One more time. We'll see if these cars have ratings. If they do, as I said, they will be disqualified. And then whoever finishes 4th, because I'm going to put down who is finishing 4th. Dave Cox, and they're side-by-side for 2nd. Looks like they're about to lose the pack. Dave Cox unofficially is going to win this race. It's like Wayne Lopez is going to get 2nd. And Jay Green 3rd. There's the checker flag. Now, in case those 3 get disqualified, who is going to get in this race? I'll write the numbers down and have them on the side because this will be unofficial. Looks like it will be Greg Runtz and the 68 of Ashton Ingersoll that would be in. So we're going to go right down here and I'm going to put my phone down. So I'm going to write down the list. 72 as... Oh, sorry. My phone's being drunk as usual. 051, I'm going to put a little... Astro. Same with the 72. And I'll have 099, 083, and 68. Alright. Sorry, as I put it on the pace truck. So, 72, 051 are in, but we're going to check post-race inspection. Same with Jay Green, as far as that's concerned. Now, if those 3 get disqualified, Greg Rutz and Ashton Ingersoll will make the show, which means officially, here's the official going home as of right now. Megan Knight, William Davis, Caleb Holman, which I'll have a driver in that 75 next week. David Heller, Veronica Platts, James Orman, William Johnson, Jake Putnam, Ben Kalikwak, and Santiago, Ashton Wright, Daniel Witter, Sam Davis, Aline Burnett, Carter Howland, Stephanie Driscoll, Paul Michaels, Chase Brooks, Nick Martin, and Annie Thomas. Now, Greg Rutz and Ashton Ingersoll are currently on the DNQ list. We're about to find out if that is indeed the case, as my phone's being drunk again. Okay. Let's figure this out. Let's see. Did the 72 have ratings? Because if that's the case, he is disqualified. And he did have ratings. He's disqualified. Did the 051 have ratings? Yes. He's disqualified too. And Jay Green, who is 3rd, he's also disqualified. Which means Greg Runtz and Ashton Ingersoll would be the 2 drivers to make the race. The 72, the 051, and the 099 will unfortunately be going home. So congratulations to Greg Runtz and Ashton Ingersoll. They will be the 4 drivers in the show. The others will unfortunately have to go home. So tough break for those drivers. That goes home. Well, that's what happens when you get caught C-warding. So tough break for those 3 that had this in the bag. That's why So congratulations to Greg Rutz, Ashton Ingersoll on getting the victory here in the second race. They will join the females. We have 2 males and 2 female drivers that made this race. GG. Now, we got the Buffalo Wild Wings series to do, but first I have to take care of some things real quickly, so give me 1 second. We are now in intermission. So those 3 will unfortunately have to try again next week. Or in Dave Cox, his chances of making the truck series is gone bye-bye. Fortunately, I didn't want to have to do disqualifications due to ratings, but unfortunately, it is what it is. So. Alright, while I fix that situation. I kind of knew, I didn't know why they were up there, so yeah. Alright, as I said, we'll get the Buffalo Wild Wings series. We're now on intermission report. So, thoughts on those 2 races? Well, I didn't expect the 2 races, in my opinion, and you guys can agree with me on this. I didn't expect those 2 races to have the leaders all spread out. So I'm kind of a little surprised about that. So hopefully, you know, with the Buffalo Wild Wings series cars, the NXS 20, which is the Xfinity Series 20 mod, that is. We'll see probably some different racing. We'll see what happens and all that. And by the way, if you heard some cussing coming from my roommate, Steven, I do apologize for the language. And what happens is he did it on my stream, which I'm not going to be happy about. And you all know how I am as far as that's concerned now, don't we? So, just letting you all know. But do anybody of my roommates care? No. So, anyway. Can't wait to see how the Buffalo Wild Wings series do. Now, the new thing about the Buffalo Wild Wings series, since we were last with you in 2016, is that the noses are different on those cars. Excuse me there. Sorry for sneezing. And, yep, the tech is done. The 083 and 86, or 68, sorry, have passed tech. So, congratulations to those 3 drivers. We're still on intermission report because I'm finishing up some things for the truck series. I will update the rosters later tonight and all that, so yeah. I know for the Buffalo Wild Wings series, they're all got the same rating, so we are not going to have an issue with that. Now, the thing for Buffalo Wild Wings series is that it's only one group, and that's it. And they're going to get ready for some fun racing, and we'll see what they can do. Because those charter drivers in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, they're going to be doing a lot of homework and figuring out how they're going to race on Saturday. Because we're going to have the Reese's the Monster Energy race Saturday night, so we're going to end up having a Saturday double header. Ellipse. So, there you go. Alright, that is it for the truck series. Congratulations to the 48, 44, 083, and 68. Now, let's get to the Buffalo Wild Wings series, the NXS 20 mod. Alright, they're going to run 50 laps. So, we're going to throw pit strategy into the equation. Oh, yep. Alright, who is going to start on the pole for this non-charter race? Alright. on pole is Marco Diaz. I'm going to go ahead and change the ratings and get this taken care of. So, yeah. Good racing we had in the truck series. And we already got the command, drivers start your engines. All right. So let's explain about the Buffalo Wild Wings series cars. As we say, hello, pace car. Okay, so the noses right here are a lot different. Of course, there is a, I'm going to show you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah. No, I did not forget. Okay. When you go here, here it is, the new spoiler. A lot shorter spoiler than we had in 2016. So that's going to be the changes. And also the front end is a lot different right down here. So, yeah, there you go. So we have Caitlin Roy in the 90. Marco Diaz in the 78. He's on pole. Then we have Marty Stevens in the 00 and Stephanie Robertson in the 5. Nicholas Dutch in the 8. John Hunter Fleck in the 48. Prudence Heller in the 91 with Nick Jackson in the 49. Some of these are 2007 schemes that got imported on this mod, so there you go. Leah Torres in the 51. Olympia Brightly in the 68. Damian Charper in the 14, like I said, a fictional scheme from 07. If you watched the 2007 NASCAR Cup Series, you would probably know some of these schemes. Luke Cage in the 29. Riley Anderson in the 4. Dylan Cunningham in the 07. Lisa Gonzalez in the 88. Desiree Voiles in the 61, who failed to qualify for the truck race. Hopefully she'll succeed in the Buffalo Wild Wings. Lauren Ekstrom in the 21, with Bill Nye, the science guy, in the 15. Reason I did that is because Bill Nye ran some races in Buffalo Wild Wings series in 2016, which a lot of you are shocked why he's doing that. Zachary Fitzwater in the 39, the 92. Make sure I know some of these names here. Carly Taylor. We'll make her. We'll see how she does. Monica Grondal of Denmark, or not? Yeah. Or no, Norway, I'm sorry. Brad Lewis in the 38. Zachary Taylor in the 60. Abigail Furling in the 30. She will also be in the 3 car in some races. Jessica Shelton in the 27, alongside Truman X in the 03. 99 is Maria Orman. No relationship to Nathan Orman. Nick Pericles in the 93. Q-Man in the 89. 26. That's Ty Gordon. That's Elijah's son. Don't ask why. PJ Williams in the 23. Jennifer Power in the 47. Kyle Langland in the 25. Marty Johnson in the 77. Sam Rogers in the 74. Albert Gerard in the 52. Jacob Tutu in the 02. Allison Rain in the 35. Darby King in the 0, DJ Curtis in the 04. Running out the field is Shoei Alinsky and Chloe Erickson. So these drivers are going to have to pit. And we didn't have pit stops in the truck race. Oh, we're going to amp it up in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. Ooh. And this could be a good thing for these drivers that make the main event. This could be good because this could really... Oh, did somebody break down on the pace lap? Desiree Voiles broke down. That is an automatic restart. Every time a car breaks down, that's an automatic restart, and we will have to make sure everybody rolls off because it's not fair for somebody breaking down on the grid. So that is an automatic restart. Want to make sure everybody goes on the track. Okay. Want to make sure everyone rolls off. That start, by the way, got waved off as a result. I want to make sure all the drivers roll off the grid so that way they have a fair advantage of racing. I don't want nobody to have problems on the grid, not even take the start. So that's why we get an automatic restart. Okay. After having to do an automatic restart, all 42 drivers ready to go. Of course, like I said, this is a big group. A lot of drivers in different names. Oh, and I also forgot to mention this, and I didn't mention this in the truck series. Since I've already gone over the starting grid, you don't have to worry about the check down description for the starting grid for these races, all that. The only thing you'll see in the description are the timestamp events that happen. So just keeping that in mind. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Buffalo Wild Wings Series ready to get this party started for 50 laps. Fuel mileage is going to come into play. We're going to see how this goes. The return of the Buffalo Wild Wings Series is green. Let's go racing at Riki, boys and girls. I'm not going to do the yeehaw impression because I really don't want to be waking up some people, so yeah. I'm just going to say the let's go racing, boys and girls, so yeah. Marco Diaz, a former champion of this series, but since he was dropped down to the Buffalo Wild Wings Series due to the fact he finished bottom 5 in the Buffalo Wild Wings, in the what is now the Monster Energy Series. Of course, he didn't take part in last night's race. And some of those drivers that were in the non-charter race for trucks, they had an advantage because they raced in last night's non-charter event. So far, these drivers are right together, surprisingly. And that's what happens when you have them at the same ratings as one another, so. Of course, the top 4 will make it into the main event. Lita Perez in the 51. Of course, she didn't race last night. Nicholas Dutch in the 8. Marco Diaz in the 78. Check the back of the field. Chloe Erickson and Shohei Alinsky have lost the draft already, surprising. Of course, Chloe Erickson didn't race last night. Her brother Ben did, so I wonder if Ben passed some tips on to her. And Shohei Alinsky is not even in 3rd gear. In fact, everybody's not in 3rd gear. They're going about 204. And they're all in 3rd gear, to my surprise. Lisa Gonzalez right behind Alita Perez. Gonzalez, one of those drivers who ran in the race last night. So this is a nice little bonus. This will definitely help her getting ready for the Monster Energy race in a few days from now. Of course, we will have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. They are on Saturday. As I'm going back to the motorsports calendar. So, truck races tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Time. Hope you will join us for that. We'll have the Canadian 250. Buffalo Wild Wings Series and Monster Energy Series will have a doubleheader on Saturday. At 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll have the Buffalo Wild Wings Series 300-mile race from here at Riki. And then we cap it off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the running of the Monster Energy Series races here at Riki. Then next week, all 3 series will take part at Atlanta. Shohei Alinsky and Chloe Erickson have lost the draft, so it looks like we can confirm Chloe Erickson will not make the show. But I wonder if Chloe's probably thinking, I'm just going to use this as a test race to see how I do in the Reese's race, or in the Monster Energy race, rather, in a few days' time. Jessica Shelton underneath Zachary Taylor. Abigail Furling in the 30 machine. Holds on to the final transfer spot. We're going to pull up our ticker here. Marcus Grondal, currently the leader. Actually, Zachary Taylor was in the final transfer spot. Quentin Moore in the 89, driving the blue Emu Chevrolet for Q-Man Motorsports. Nice motivational whatever. Nice motivational Belge.
Thank you.
As Abigail Furling has taken over the second spot. 23 car now on the bubble for the final transfer spot. Nice motivational Belge, Stephen.
Thank you.
There's Kyle Langland. He has never raced here at Riki before. His team owner, Daniel Voiles, who we won't see him, has won here at Riki Raceway. In fact, he won here the last time we were at this track in 2016. All other drivers that have won here, Allie is also another former winner when she used to be called Johnny Gardner. She won Division 3, driving the Caterpillar Toyota at the time. And Ildo Sofika, who you will see in the the Monster Energy Series race. She's also the winner of Division number 2, as Kyle Langland, Teal the Hedgehog, has taken the race lead. Here comes Marty Johnson, the 77. Marty Johnson announced this will be his final season in the NR community. He is retiring at the end of the year, so I thought giving him a farewell tour. Sam Rogers in the 74. Sam actually is a rookie. Sam Rogers is. Jacob Tutu, Mr. Where Did He Come From? He is also another driver that took part in last night's race for the Monster Energy Series. Wonder what he learned and what he applied. I believe he got a top 5 in that race last night. Darby King should also be running in the Reese's Pro, the Monster Energy Series. I still need to get used to saying Monster Energy and not Reese's Pro, if you ask me. Brad Lewis in the 38 is having a good... It's up there at the front, but of course these drivers will have to pit. We did not go... We went 40 laps, and none of the Monster Energy Series drivers had to pit. We'll see what happens. There's Albert Gerard. Jennifer Power out of New Zealand. As things stand, would be in a transfer. The 91 is on the bubble. That's Prudence Heller. Prudence Heller is also a rookie. I will have to change that. Inside line, the place to go. Nick Pericles, of course, he's a former winner in what was then when the Monster Energy Series Pro drivers were in the Foster Series. Nick Pericles went to victory lane at Dover. As Brad Lewis got kicked up to the high side, and rookie Jennifer Power is going to take the lead. Jen has been looking forward to this for quite a while, because she's been racing in the Rick Witt's truck series. And she's like falling in the path of Brittany White, when she's already ran in what was then the McDonald's series, which was this mod, the Xfinity series. So there you go. As Pericles is going to take the lead. Ty Gordon, the 26, right behind. Strange to see the 26 in the field. That's not DVR. Of course, DVR is not running in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. They're only running in the Truck series. Riley Anderson, the 4. Currently pushing Nick Pericles. Riley Anderson, also another driver who took part in last night's Monster Energy Series pre-season premiere. And I don't think she did really good in that race, so probably learn what she can do that will help her in the Buffalo Wild Wings series. And here comes the 78 of Marco Diaz, our pole sitter. So he worked his way from the front to the back, and now back to the front. Joey Alinsky and Chloe Erickson still have lost the draft. Maria, it's Maria. Yeah, Maria Orman's still trying to hang on to this draft. Some drivers are like checking up in the corners. Jessica Shelton is dropped to the back. So we're going to have lap traffic come into play, and that could be a factor because we had that happen in the first non-charter race for the Truck Series drivers earlier in this stream. If you weren't with us for the Truck Series race. Here we go. Zachary Taylor did not make the truck race, but could possibly make the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race. Driving the Sobe No Fear Ford Mustang for team owner Boris said. There's those two. E.J. Williams, Jessica Shelton's back here. There's Q-Man back here. Kyle Langland's back here. Marty Johnson's back here. Kyle Langland will be running in tomorrow's... we'll also have the Foster Series race on Sunday. I forgot to tell you all that. Foster Series drivers are here this weekend. They will take part on Sunday. Or actually, they'll take part tomorrow before the truck race, I should say. So Kyle Langland going to get some bonus laps over the other drivers. And you will see Dean Voiles in them when we get ready for the Foster's race coming up as well. Fitzwater will be in there. Lainey Fredrickson's going to get some nice experience to help her out. There's Olympia Brightly. Bill Nye, the science guy. Imagine Bill Nye, the science guy, makes the season opener. John Hunter Fleck is having a good run. Same with Nick Jackson. But as I said, we have pit stops coming up in this 50-lapper. There's Nick Jackson going the inside. Surprisingly, we're still green flag racing. See what's... Okay, these cars are coming off turn 4, the 71 and the 46. The leaders are down the back straightaway. So right now, Shohei Alinsky and Chloe Erickson confirmed to be the two drivers going home. So tough break for those two. For Erickson, she will look forward to tomorrow to the Reese season opener you'll see on Saturday night. Never thought you guys would see me do a double header for the NR races. They're going 3 wide right there. All these drivers gave each other enough room in the race. We'll see what happens here. Alinsky and Erickson battling for the all-important position of 41st. Lisa Gonzalez in the 88 M&M's machine. How ironic, Lisa Gonzalez is sponsored by Mars in the Monster Energy Series. Has Guinness, Snickers, and Sharpie. And she's sponsored by M&M's. Nicholas Dutch currently still the leader. Just nearing the halfway point of this race. Now the question is, when will these drivers start making green flag pit stops? And the tricky thing about this place is that it's going to be tougher for these drivers to get down pit road here at this track, because we have not had pit stops this entire speed weeks since we've been here. All of these series have been here since Monday with media. For these pit crews, they need a clean stop. As Fitzwater currently the leader, Ekstrom's in second, Grondal is third, Q-Man's in the final transfer spot in fourth. As things stand, those drivers would make the show. Oh, something's going on. Some car is off the pace. Do we have a crash? Oh, yes, we do. We're crashing. And it's the big one. Got some cars torn up, and no doubt the yellow is out, which is a huge break for Olinsky and Erickson, who are in danger of going a lap down. Looked like the 61 had a mechanical problem or something and got turned up in the wall. And for the first time all speed weeks, we have our first yellow of the race. And you can throw that pit strategy right out the window, because these drivers will more than likely have to come to pit road. Desiree Voiles had the problem. DJ Curtis, I don't see any damage on his car. Oh, Brad Lewis, a lot of damage to the Nutrient AG Chevrolet. That's Zachary Taylor. Allison Rain, a lot of damage to the Mobile One Toyota. Stephanie Robertson, hood buckle on her number 5 machine. Bill Nye's got some damage. Desiree's done for the day. Same with the 38. Yep, 38's done. All right, while these drivers are making pit stops, let's go back and see what happened. You knew something like that was going to happen. I don't know what happened to Desiree. I think Desiree had an issue on her car. Yeah, I don't know if she had a tire going down or if she had a mechanical failure, because right here it is. Yeah, she definitely had something go wrong. And that really caused a stack up there. The Zero car did a good job not hitting her. The Zero being Darby King. But then Desiree hits the apron, and she gets hooked by the 77. Bill Nye gets collected, and a bunch of cars go up in the wall. Zachary Taylor got a piece of it. Allie's got some damage. A lot of good cars torn up in this one. Let's see how the 38 got a piece of it. Yeah. When the 77 turns the 61 up the track, 38 just had nowhere to go. Right there, just blindsided. Just nowhere for any of these drivers to go. These drivers did a good job. And the one thing about this track, and we've seen this in the Monster Energy Series, when drivers get stuck on hit that apron, it just shot the car right up the track and collects some people. And that's exactly what happened. And we're going to get ready for our first restart of the race. That caution for Chloe Erickson and Shoei Olinsky came at the right time, because they were, like I said, in danger of going a lap down in the process. And like I said, that is also our first caution of Speed Weeks, because we didn't have a yellow in our Truck Series non-charter race. nor last night's Monster Energy Series race. So we've had a yellow so far, and that really makes things interesting how this will go. So Jessica Shelton got the fastest pit stop. She will be the leader. Abigail Furling second. Marty Stevens third. Albert Gerard fourth. Those four would make it in if this race would have ended now. Fitzwater's fifth. Monica Grandal sixth. Seventh, PJ Williams. Eighth, Dylan Cunningham. Ninth, Lauren Ekstrom. And Kyle England complete the top 10. As we're ready to go back to green flag racing, drivers out after that incident, 3 of them to be exact. Brad Lewis is out of the race. He will not make the show. Desiree Voiles and Zachary Taylor are 2 for 2 in D&Qs, as both of them have taken their cars behind the wall. All 3 of them are currently in the infield care center. So a tough break for those 3 drivers. They will definitely have to try again next week at Atlanta. As we are now back to green flag racing, and already we're about to have 3 wide. Now let's see how this pack will form back up with a single file restart. Of course, the start of the race, they were all double wide. And Dylan Cunningham's got some problems with the 07. Is there any damage to the 07, or has he got a problem? He was last scored in the 8th position. That really stacked the field up. Don't know if he's got any damage or not. Can't tell. Yep, there is some damage to the right side on that number 07. I think. Yeah, he's dropping like a rock. He fell all the way down to 24th position, so that's not good. And the other thing we're going to have to deal is with drivers that have damage. Are they going to be up to speed or not? Got some damage here to the 71 of Shohei Alinsky. Yeah, he's got a hood buckle on that car. Not sure where that came from. We'll have to take... While these drivers are green, let's investigate the hood buckle fiasco. Let's see. Oh, this happened under the pit stops. Okay. Somebody got some damage up there. So while the race is green, let's see what happened here. Yep, got in the back of the 68. So that would explain why the 68 got damaged on the 49. How did the 07 get damage? So apparently we did have some pit lane collisions. Oh, okay. Here it is. Here it is. Let's go to TV2. This would tell the tale. Oh, he got hit by the 8. That's what happened. And then the 78 just drilled the 8. Because 78 was trying to get in his pit stall. The 8 was coming out. Race control will have a look at that. And then Dylan Cunningham... Yep, that was an unsafe release. Yep, Dylan will have to take the blame for that, unfortunately, and that's probably why he's dropped the 39th. And hate to tell Dylan Cunningham this, he has been invited to the big black and yellow truck when this is over, along with the driver that spun the 8 car around. Race control will have to have a discussion. Car 8 has been called to the big black and yellow truck. That's Nicholas Dodge, who caused a pit lane collision. So our first visitors into the big black and yellow truck, or the Buffalo truck, we're going to start calling it, the Buffalo Wild Wings Series hauler, to have a meeting with the officials on that pit lane incident. So that's a tough break for those drivers that got damage in the process. That would explain why Dylan Cunningham was dropping like a rock. And not only that, he could be a big problem to that. Nicholas Dutch. Also, Shohei Alinsky has been asked to see the officials in that hauler, along with possibly Stephanie Robertson, Robertson was involved in the wreck. Chloe Erickson, for some reason, this caution was a big break for her, but Doesn't look like she got herself up to speed, so I'm not sure what's up with Erickson unless she has a mechanical problem. Because with the exception of Erickson, these drivers back here were involved in that big wreck. And of course, Allie's got some damage. Surprisingly, she's still up to speed. Because now these drivers right here can sell it out as Lisa Gonzalez has taken the race lead. I'm glad I'm not racing in Buffalo Wild Wings Series. May not be racing in trucks this year. That's a shame for Zachary Fitzwater seeing his teammate get taken out. Zachary Taylor checked and released from the Infield Care Center along with Desiree Voiles and Brad Lewis. All three have been released from the medical center. All three are okay. Unfortunately, all three are going to have to make the trip home, which is too bad. It's too bad for those three drivers. Zachary Taylor, 2 for 2 in D&Qs along with Desiree Voiles. Brad Lewis, not the way you want to start the season. In fact, not the way anybody wants to start off the season. It's one thing to get one DNQ in a single race weekend. It's another to end up getting 2 DNQs in the same race weekend. So, which has been unfortunate if you ask me. I mean, you don't want to be the driver going home, but you know, that's the way the nature works. And you know, Desiree didn't make the truck race. Now she didn't make the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race, so that's a shame. Marty Stevens in the 00 for Michael Waltrip Racing, trying to make the race. Dylan Cunningham's going to be a big problem. I'm guarantee you, I don't think we're going to be done with yellow flags just yet. Of course, remember, Cunningham's going to be racing in the Monster Energy Series race on Saturday once the Buffalo Wild Wings Series race concludes. Now, if Lisa Gonzalez makes this race, she will definitely be going to the Infield Care Center to get cooled off. Because what she may end up having to do if she makes this race is she's possibly going to end up going a total of 800 miles on a super speedway, and the sucky part is she's not even going to get a shower. Is going to be the sucky part for her. Because she has to get ready to race in the Monster Energy Series if she does make this race. There's Abigail Furling. But she'll try to get that shower in eventually, I can tell you that. As the 30 of Abigail Furling currently the leader, and looky there, they're going to catch Dylan Cunningham. Dylan Cunningham's going to play a factor who's going to make this race and who's not. Now he's going to hold up that outside line. There goes Abigail Furling to the lead. She's going to get away with the lead. So is the 21. That is Lauren Ekstrom. This is big for Ekstrom because she's another one of those drivers that if she makes the race, she's going to have a long 800 miles or so. Kyle Langland in third. Now the transfer spot went to Truman X. As now that outside line getting held up. They're trying to get around Truman X. Pretty soon they'll be catching Nicholas Dutch, who will be going a lap down very soon. Because I thought the Monster Energy Series had duels. Unfortunately, I was wrong. So I apologize for giving you the wrong information. Unless they do. I could be wrong, but... Nope, they're telling me there is duels tonight. Okay. So, yeah, so that means those that make the race, like Lauren Ekstrom's going to have to go straight to the Reese's, or to the Monster Energy Series. Yeah, I did it again. Damn it, Voiles. Some of these drivers that are in this field will have to head down to the Monster Energy Series garage and get showered and get ready for those races. Unless it's tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, then they don't have to worry about it. They can shower after this race. Jessica Shelton trying to hang on to that pack, but they're going to be coming up to another lap car very soon. That would be Nicholas Dutch in the 8. Oh, my back hurts. My back hurts from commentating or sitting in this damn chair for a long time. Lisa Gonzalez going to go for the lead. Yep, we're going to have the duels tonight, so there you go. So we'll have duels tonight. You'll see that right here on this channel. We'll be either tonight or tomorrow. They may push it to tomorrow, so that way I get some rest here. And looky there, they're going to catch Nicholas Dutch. Oh, no, they're going to catch him off of 2. This could be bad. This could be bad. This could be bad. Oh, this is bad. That's good news for those drivers that were... Look at that. The 54 and the 00 have caught the leaders, and they're stuck behind the 8 car. Oh boy, that 8 car is about to be a problem, because if he's not careful, he's going to cause a big wreck that might end this race early. As Gonzalez currently still the leader, they'll be catching Alinsky, hopefully not before the end of this race. Here's this pack led by Nick Pericles. They're going to try to catch... And the leader to run is going to go to the lead. Yep, so we'll see you all later tonight for the duels. There's Jessica Shelton. Remember, she was in the top. She was 12th before they caught the 8 car. Now she's in the top 10. She was in a transfer spot. Now she's out of a transfer spot. Coming up to 3 laps of racing to go. And looks like Alinsky will... possibly may or may not come into play. I wonder if that 07 may have to come into play. Yeah, he's going 183. Yeah, Erickson was not involved in the big one, but... you know, it's unfortunate. Oh, we got pit stops! Some cars are coming to pit road. They can't make it. Ooh, boy, is this going to play an interesting thing. Could fuel come into play very soon? Some drivers cannot make it. Unless they didn't pack it full of fuel. Oh, if that's the case, that's a tough break for Abigail Furling and Jessica Shelton. Like they're back underway. Somebody's slowing the apron. Yep. Pit stops. Ooh, I didn't expect pit stops could come into play towards the end of this race. Ooh, this is good. Now we're going to be at 2 to go. Coming the white flag. That's a heartbreaker for Jessica Shelton. Now, does any of these drivers come to pit road? Because if that's the case, that will take them out of a chance of making this race. No is the answer. they shouldn't have, as we're at the white flag. One more lap to go. Full lap traffic coming up ahead. This could get interesting. 51, 39, 0, and 14 are in the transfer spots. Down the back straightaway for the final time here today. Does Fitzy make a move? Either way, if Fitzy doesn't make a move, he's in the race no matter what. Off turn 4, Alita Perez for Jeremy Clements Racing will win the non-charter race at Riki. We had some dust kicked up. I don't know what happened. Somebody was on pit road. Somebody came to pit road. 71's on pit road. Oh, 26 blown up. 26 get involved in a wreck? Let's see. Nope, blew up. Oh, Ty Gordon's not going to make the race, so that's a shame. What a race. You can't disappoint this series. I'm going to go ahead and pause it so I can write down the numbers. 51, 39, 0, and 14. All right. So, Alita Perez, Zachary Fitzwater, Darby King, who will make her Buffalo Wild Wings Series debut, and Damian Sharper got the final transfer spot. Drivers who unfortunately will not make the show are Lisa Gonzalez, Lauren Ekstrom, Maria Orman, Jacob Tutu, Truman X, Sam Rogers, top 10, Kyle Langland, PJ Williams, Nick Pericles, Marcus, fail, Grondal. Monica Grondal, fail. That was a fail on my part. John Hunter Fleck, Caitlin Roy, Marty Johnson, Nick Jackson, Riley Anderson, Taylor, Carly Taylor, Bill Nye, Marco Diaz, Quentin Moore, Olympia Brightly, Jennifer Power, Luke Cage, Prudence Heller, Allison Rain. Ty Gordon went out of the race with a camshaft, so there you go. Abigail Furling, Jessica Shelton, Chloe Erickson. I don't know what happened to that 46 car, but she was not even up to speed and never recovered. Marty Stevens, DJ Curtis, Stephanie Robertson, Ty Gordon, Shohei Linsky, Nicholas Dutch, Dylan Cunningham, Brad Lewis, Desiree Voiles, and Zachary Taylor. Those drivers, unfortunately for them, will not make it into the race. But that's going to do it for the non-charter stuff for Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to, or races, I should say. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. These are your full finish results from the non-charter race for the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. If you did not see your official finishing results from the non-charter races for the Truck Series, rewind this video. Anyway, we'll see you guys later tonight for the duels for the Monster Energy Series. Until then, I've been Daniel Volt signing off. I'll see you at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the duels for the Monster Energy Pro Series. Until then, thanks for watching. You've been watching a production of the PCSRA, the best in our racing since 2017. We'll see you later tonight for the duels.